Well, what do we have here? Welcome to our first semifinal round of our March Madness Bourbon Bracket Single Barrel Edition, brought to you by nobody this year. Let's make sure the mic looks all right. Today, we have Fiddler up against CN-B. This is going to be a good battle. This pick over here comes from myself. This is the Fiddler pick that I did with the Bourbon Judge and the Bourbon Van. This does not come from me, but this does come from Camp Nelson, Warehouse B. We're going to pour these up. We're going to try them out, and we're going to pick our favorite strictly on taste. Let's get it. I'm a little bit nervous for my Fiddler pick over here. This CN-B is something special. Of course, we're going to mix these up. We're doing it blind. We've got A over here and, of course, B for CN-B. But I got to be honest with you. Looking at the color alone, I think we're going to be able to figure this out. 117.2 proof coming in with the Fiddler and 110 proof, obviously, coming with the Russell's Reserve. So, again, that plus all the things with the wheated mash bill going on over here and the triple oaked, I just think we're going to be able to tell which one's which. And even if we do know which one's which, we don't know which one's going to win. So let's mix these up and let's find out who's going to move on to the championship round. I mean, I really don't know why we're even mixing these up. Just the color alone gives it away. I know what you're thinking, guys. Blacked out Glencairns, but that's not going to help. We're going to be able to tell what the taste on this as well as the proof. It's just nothing you can really do at this point. So look, that's pretty good for me. I will tell you right now that this is the Fiddler over here. So why we mix these up, I don't even know. But here we go. Traditional sip. Cheers, y'all. Oh, my goodness. First sip of whiskey for the night, and that is so damn good. The craziest thing for me on this particular bottle is the wheat content. 51% corn, 45% wheat, which leaves us with 4% malted barley. And I'm not saying it doesn't taste like a wheated mash bill. I just never would have thought that it's 45% wheat. I think what's going on with this particular bottle, and I will say this particular bottle, but it's probably across the lineup when it comes to the Fiddler Heartwood, is they found a math equation that works, right? You got 45% wheat, you got triple oaked, you got that high cash strength bourbon, but at the end of the day, you also have a little bit of a younger age statement. Something about all of that works, and I can't say it's the blending process because this is a single barrel, but they found something that works and they do it well, and I'm glad that they keep bottling this. But let's try this one over here. You guys know I love my Russell's Reserve. Cheers, y'all. I mean, come on. Just to remind the folks at home about this particular bottle over here, distilled in 0502 of 13, dumped in 0502 of 23. So this is 10-year age stated. It's bottled on 0605 of 23. It's barrel number 22-1045, if that means anything to you. Warehouse CN-B, floor 4, Jimmy and Eddie Russell approved. This bottle right here, I love this glass. I always wonder what this stuff would taste like at cash strength, and I gotta tell you, I think I love it at 110 proof. Obviously, I haven't drank it at cash strength, but 110 proof seems to be a very sweet spot for me. I love that proof. Obviously, higher proofs bring more of that ethanol content, usually some more flavor, but this is so flavorful. Even at 110 proof, it's wild. Listen, I get toffee, I get vanillas, I get the caramel, I get the brown sugar, I get a little bit of a nuttiness on this. I also get like a zestiness, like an orange, and then cherry as well. It's so sweet, yet so savory. There's so much going on in this glass, and it's so good, especially at the proof. I love this. The mouthfeel is there, the finish is forever. There's nothing in this glass that I can tell you I don't enjoy. I can't find one note or one particular thing about this glass that I don't enjoy. But that being said, there's not much over here that I don't like either. I will say this, and this is the reason that Nash Tucky lost to Blanton's Gold, is that heat, I don't know if the flavor always made up for it. At 117.2 compared to 110, this sips, I mean, these aren't even close when it comes to drinkability. This does not sip only 7.2 proof points higher. This sips a lot hotter than that. So for 110 proof, it drinks like water when it comes to ethanol, not when it comes to flavor. Don't mix up my words here. Drinks very, very light when it comes to ethanol, and I love that. I love being able to have a little bit of a higher proof whiskey that drinks very light. This, it does have a little bit of an ethanol kick behind it. There's a lot of oak on this as well, which brings out those tannins and a little bit of burn as well. But I will say I think this drinks hot for 117.2 proof compared to this particular glass over here. All that being said, ASW has some special whiskey over here. If you haven't tried the Fiddler Georgia Heartwood, make sure you definitely do. And if you want to be involved in these picks going forward, check out our Patreon page, that link in the description below. That's how you can get your hands on some of these bottles. We just did a hard truth pick as well. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to put the 4 that I have so far, the 4 picks that I've had, up against each other, and we're going to find out which one's the best for that. But for right now, this, I want to say it's close, but I don't know if it is. This is where I'm hung up right now. This glass over here is fantastic. There's nothing wrong with this glass. I can't find anything that I don't like about it. A little bit hot for sure, but other than that, nothing wrong with that. I will say, I feel like I have to be in the mood to pick up this particular bottle. You can see how much we have. This is the second bottle that I have had, but I do only reach for this on certain occasions when I'm trying different things for the night and I want to get something that my palate isn't used to. This, on the other hand, is something that I feel like I could reach for this any day of the week. It's Monday, it's Tuesday, it was a long day at work, it's a special occasion, and you want to pour up some really, really good bourbon. I can't tell you anything other than this that I would want to pour. At least not right now off the top of my head. I made a joke a while back on my Instagram. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, you should. I do like Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. I do TikTok as well. But I made a joke about people going out and hunting whiskey and leaving things on the shelf. People leave these bottles on the shelf. I, again, to this day, have not had a Russell's Reserve single barrel pick that I haven't enjoyed. And that's telling you something, because that's consistency over a single barrel program. They're only giving you the best of the best for this. And this right here, this glass, it's the best of the best. So comparing the two glasses, this is definitely the brighter of the glass. Again, it gives you more of that sweetness, more of those fruity notes. This is the more darker of the glass. You're getting more of those chocolates, those coffees, a little bit of that leather, that tannin on the end, that oak that's going on in this. Both delicious in their own respects. But I gotta say, normally for me, I'm not the guy that leans towards the aging process. Again, this is a little bit younger, but you're giving it that aging process with that triple oaked. So I will say, I'm gonna sip this and then I'll tell you who the winner is. Cheers. I'm going to come out and straight up tell you, this glass is going to be our winner, and I'm assuming 99.99%. Of course, we mix them up, but I am assuming that that's the Russell's Reserve single barrel. This glass over here, absolutely phenomenal. Russell's Reserve is one of my favorite bottles of all time, so to beat that is going to be very tough. This put up a fight. I'll be completely honest with you. If you're more about those age notes, a little bit of tannins, a little bit of that oak, leather, chocolate, caramel, then you're going to love this glass over here. If you're more about those fruity, bright notes, that cherry, that apple, that orange, you're going to be more about this glass over here. It's all personal preference at this point. My personal preference, I'm going to lean towards this glass over here. That being said, we still have to do the big reveal, which means let's finish up just a little bit of this. I'll let you see it on the way up. And the winner is B. Of course it is. Russell's Reserve Single Barrel CN-B will be moving on against either Blanton's Gold or our Stag Store pick. This is going to be a phenomenal championship round no matter who makes it. Make sure you tune in for that. We're not surprised at tonight's results by any means. Russell's Reserve Single Barrel has won this before. They will win it again. I got to tell you, the CN-B, though, might be my favorite amongst all of the bottles that I've tried so far. That's a tough call, though, and we're going to do that video as well. That being said, if you're not trying ASW, you're doing yourself a disservice, so make sure you check them out as well. That being said, make sure you check me out on Instagram at Bourbon of the Week. Go click that follow button over there. Check us out on Patreon and Discord. Both those links in the description below. Please don't drink and drive. Always drink responsibly. Stay healthy, stay happy, and stay getting ready for March Madness. It's coming up pretty soon. Not me, but the actual bracket. Cheers, y'all.